Every day I think about it, that I am now free.
In 1942, then 4-year-old Ted Detainee, his 2 brothers, 2 sisters, and parents were moved from their home in a fishing village on Vancouver Island to the Hastings Park internment camp in Vancouver. They would be there for about 2 months before they were moved again to a segregated community across the river in Lillooet.
We were in a stall, and there were sort of bunk beds.
Hastings Park had been a horse barn.
That's right, yes. It was a cattle exhibition building. And so when it rained in particular, the smell of manure was incredible. And it permeated the entire building, as I recall. And I remember there was a trough of running water where you would do your laundry, wash your dishes, and things of that nature. So if anybody upstream was washing at the time, of course, you wouldn't have clean water.
The reason for the internment camps officially was that the Canadian government felt that Japanese Canadians were a threat to national security, that there was going to be sabotage and the like. And ambitious politicians at the time stoked the fires of racism to get the internment camps in place, something that they didn't apologize for until September 1988.
We were always putting up the camouflage to try to fit in, to try to be accepted. And so, yeah, I've grown up finally, thanks to Brian Mulroney. He liberated us.
Most Second World War liberation stories start prior to 1945, but for Japanese Canadians, the liberation didn't come until 1949 when they were finally able to roam about freely. Now, granted, many of them, like Ted, were bullied just about every day. Now, Japanese Buddhists have a saying, which is turning your poison into medicine. Now, certainly Ted knows something about that, because what he did to counter his feelings and feel included was joining the Canadian Forces.
When the opportunity arose for me to join an organization, the Army Cadets, I jumped at the chance. And I loved it because somehow some of the differences melted away, because if you're in a uniform, you know, you're all the same.
Since his retirement from the military in 1993, Detainee has kept himself busy. He is a humanitarian advisor with the Pearson Peacekeeping Center. He also does work for the Red Cross. In fact, he just recently returned from Pakistan. In Ottawa, Doug Hempstead for the Ottawa Sun.